What is up, guys? Basic Battles here today, and holy crap, that UFC Freedom 250 event. One of the greatest events ever, finish on every single fight. Wow, let's just go through the fights one by one. I'm very tired, so I'm just trying to get a video out before, you know, no one can see it. So, first fight of the night, Diego Lopez, hell of a comeback against Steve Garcia. Garcia looked really good, but, as soon as Diego pushed the pace in middle of round two, they got into a brawl, and Diego's always going to win a brawl, man. I mean, good Lord. That man's chin is dynamite. Even when Garcia landed a little bit, it just didn't affect him in the slightest. It was crazy. Yeah. So crazy win for Diego. No idea what he does next. Maybe he goes up to lightweight. I know he waited as the backup for the main event. So I heard somewhere that he was moving up no matter what, but I didn't hear it officially from any, actual source, or I didn't see it. I think I just saw it on like a comment or a passing post. So yeah, we'll see what the future holds for him. Garcia could still be a problem. He looked really good in that fight, was winning the whole time until, Lopez finally, started actually throwing punches. So great fight, great opener, hot start. Next fight, Mr. Nickel. Wow. Kyle Dawkins was on a little bit of a streak himself, had a couple of KOs, good start to his second stint in the UFC. And then, wow, I mean, Bo Nickel has some underrated power on him. Like, goodness gracious. He was kind of doing his thing, he landed a good takedown. He had a couple cheap little overhands, that he throws a lot. Weird stand-up by the ref, honestly. I thought it was just going to be like that the whole fight, but no. Bo Nickel lands a really interesting front kick, clean, and then just knocks him out with a straight, I think it was a straight right, could be wrong, straight left. It was a straight punch, so he should probably throw more of those in the future. But yeah, another crazy KO. Third fight out was Hokit and Lewis. Yeah, Hokit, pretty sure. Could be wrong. Don't think I am. Yeah. What the fuck? Why can't I remember this at all? There were 7 fights, and the third one was... Nope, the third one was Michael Chandler and Mauricio Rufy. Good Lord. See, you guys can tell I'm doing this off the cuff. No script, nothing. But yeah, Mauricio Rufy versus Michael Chandler. Please retire, Michael Chandler. Oh my goodness, man. He was trying to do his little nonchalant thing where he gets hurt and he starts ooh and ah, and, at his opponent, but it does not work. It does not work anymore, bro. You're 40. Every time he tried to shoot an attempt, he would not throw a punch off it. He wouldn't actually commit to the shot. He would just push Rufy away. He looked awful today, and Rufy was just in flow state, man. He probably landed a 70% clip, man. Those spinning heel kicks Michael Chandler partially blocked. I mean, they got through. They are so powerful. Yeah, crazy performance by Rufy. Michael Chandler, I don't know what's next for him. I hope he retires because he is not looking good. 4 straight L's. Rufy, probably a top 6, top 5 opponent next. We will see. We'll see what's next for him. He's got a bright future. With that BSD loss, he has looked excellent since it, but he's only faced strikers, so he's really got to step up, and maybe Gamrot, maybe that's next for him. We will see. Next fight, I'm gonna get it. Josh Hokett Lewis. I just said it. Awful fight. Oh my goodness, what a bad fight. Derek Lewis. Oh, Josh Hokett easily took him down in the first round after a little jawing for the first 2.5 minutes. Beat him up bad on the ground, did the worst armbar attempt I've ever seen a professional fighter try to attempt, and in the second round, he just welted him. Josh Hokett should probably be a light heavyweight, so not surprising that he doesn't have the most power, just not cutting weight and staying at heavyweight, beating up fat guys. But also, Derek Lewis has a good chin, and so does Curtis Blades, which was Hokett's other real fight. So, it could be that he doesn't have that much power, but it also could be that he's just facing guys with great chins. But also, Derek Lewis was awful today. He did eventually get the finish on Derek because, I mean, that was like Kimbo Slice Data 5000-esque, man. That was, that's bad. Derek Lewis, another guy that needs to retire. Very bad stuff. Very bad stuff. Knockout king, he has some great moments, but it's time, bro. Uh, Sorry about that. Kicking my chair over here. Feature fight. Sugar Sean puts on a great performance against Zabi. Zabi was just spamming low kicks, and eventually, Sean found the chin in the second round. Looked really, really good. Landed his paw in lefts and rights and his straights, dropped him with it and did the salute while he was falling, man. Not really much to say, just a great performance by Sean. Zabi came with an interesting game plan, but I mean, that just wasn't going to win the fight. Even with all those leg kicks he was landing, he was still losing both the rounds. So he was maybe building to try to go for the finish in the third, which was interesting strategy, I guess. I would have tried to use the wrestling like a little bit, man. Like maybe not back up the whole time and just let one of the best strikers in the UFC, point fight you. I don't know. We'll see. It's weird. Just weird. But Sean might be next for a title fight, We will see. We will see how that shakes out with Marab and Jan and all that. When that trilogy fight's going to happen. If anyone else steps up to the plate. Co-main event. Cyril Gane finishes Alex Pereira. Yeah, this was Cyril's fight from the get-go, man. Poton landed a couple straights, couple leg kicks, he tried with the head kick. Wasn't really landed. He looked a little slow, man. Obviously, coming up his third weight class in the UFC at 38 years old, he's not going to look fantastic, It was a good old try from Alex, but Cyril, that heavyweight power is just different. Obviously, we saw more cheating from Cyril in this fight, man. Just unbelievable. This guy used to be one of my favorite fighters in the UFC, but it's just exhausting to watch him just commit a foul in every single fight. Trouble follows him like a stray dog, man. It's crazy. Honestly, these ones, it's kind of minuscule, man. I think he would have finished Alex anyways. That power is just different. I mean, he dropped him with a freaking jab. That was just, so well placed. But yeah, even Alex on the ground, he was just moving his head a little to try and recover, and Cyril was just elbowing him right in the back of the head and with a couple strikes. It was bad. It wasn't good. That might have had something to do with Alex being so hurt when he got back up, but honestly, I just think there was really no way that fight was going to be any different. So, sad end for Poton. No idea what he does next. He put on a lot of weight to go back to go up to heavyweight. So, it's going to be tough getting down to 205 again, but I just don't know. After that performance, I don't know if there's any fights that interest me at heavyweight. Does he really want to risk getting embarrassed by Josh Oakett? I think he should win that fight, even with his performance against Gane. I mean, Gane is a different type of striker at heavyweight. I mean, that's a nightmare matchup for Poton. Yeah. So I think he would beat Josh Oakett, but I also who wants to see Josh Oakett potentially get such a crazy win? Oh, man, it'd be awful. That'd be awful for everybody. But yeah. Interesting stuff. Gane versus Aspinall 2 is going to be one of the biggest heavyweight fights ever, in my opinion. Hopefully they do it in Europe, UK, or France. We'll see. On to the main event. One of the greatest UFC upsets ever. Justin Gaethje stops Ilia Topuria on the stool in the 5th round. Ooh, boy. I mean, my goodness. From the jump, this was an absolutely crazy fight. Gaethje used to jab. Topuria was cut and bruised early, but he still came back strong at the end of round 1 and during round 2. Those body shots, oh my lord, those body shots. But the grappling, he couldn't get it done on the ground in the 2nd round, and it looked really, really fatigued by round 3. Gaethje drops him in the 3rd, but he doesn't throw a punch because he's gassed too. He's a 37-year-old man. You gotta give him some slack. But he wins round 3. Round 4 is really, really close until the end where Gaethje just hurts him again, gets him in the headlock, and oh my goodness, I think that body knee was the one to make Ilia really just not want to go out there again. Obviously, it was his corner who called it, but he just looked so defeated on the stool, even if that fight was going to continue. So personally, I had a 3-1 going into the 5th round. I'm sure some people had 2-2, but me personally, it was 3-1 Gaethje. Would have been a really tough sled for Ilia to get that finish, or even win the round, in my opinion. So even if it was 2-2. What a win for Gaethje, man. 37 years old, and he puts on one of the best performances of his career. What a year, for him. He's been such a crazy underdog. Imagine that parlay, you know, betting on Gaethje both times to beat Patty and Ilya when he was like probably a minus 300 against Patty and minus 500 against Ilya. Absolutely nuts. Now he's a lightweight champ, and I don't know what's next for him. He could fight Charles again. Armin's waiting in the wings. They might do the Ilya rematch, even though I don't think he particularly deserves it. Gaethje might just retire on top, because that would be one hell of an end to a career if he just retires on top on the White House lawn, one of the biggest cards in UFC history. But yeah, great performance from him. Ilya Taporia, no idea what he does next. I doubt he goes down to featherweight. Again, you know, that's going to be a massive weight cut for him. At lightweight, they might give him a rematch. They might do the Armin fight. I doubt they do anything with Charles. Yeah, I don't know what's next for him. I think he's going to take a long time off. He took a lot of damage there. He lost. You know, that's a huge loss for him, especially with all the talk he does. You know, all his what do you call it? His pageantry. That took a huge dent today. So we'll see what's next for him. But what a great card. Despite all the low effort from the UFC. I mean, the fight still delivered. Oh my god, those AI promos made me want to vomit. My goodness, man. The UFC's got to step it up with those. One of the best production teams in the world, you know? It's just crazy to me that they put out shit like that and call it passable. It's disgusting. Ugh, I really hope shit like that changes, but I really doubt it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Tell me your thoughts on the White House card. And yeah, have a good night, guys.